So what are some common inefficiencies you've seen over your career? What
Yeah.
is that low-hanging fruit where you go, if you look around the company, here's probably where you're going to find it?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. And honestly, you can look in several different places to find your inefficiencies. We say a lot, to be unclear is to be unkind. If you're not setting clear expectations for what winning looks like or for what you expect from your team, you're going to find a lot of redundancy. You're going to have team members who may have different titles, but their KRA may look the same. They may be chasing the same solve or the same problem. I'm big on leveraging technology where you can. Work smarter, not harder. Find the technology find the technology and or system that can create a more efficient process or create more time for your team member. So for us, for example, we just adopted Zendesk as a team a couple of years ago, and we've been able to create some self-service options for our customers, which has allowed us to have our customer success agents focus on helping the right customers, while the customers who don't need to talk to a team member can also get the help that they need within the technology that we've adopted.
So the stuff that's easy, low-hanging fruit for the customer to go, oh, okay, there's my answer. I don't need to talk to someone for 20 minutes to figure it out. It frees the team member up to focus on the ones that do need the deep dive.
Exactly.
I love it. There's an efficiency right there.
Yeah. A few years ago, when I was leading in project management, we had project managers across several different disciplines. So we had a creative project manager, a technology project manager, a marketing project manager. And we found that we had 3 project managers who were oftentimes, I like to use the softball analogy, they were oftentimes in the outfield and the ball was in the air. And instead of calling, "I've got it," the other person thinks they may have it, and they all just run into each other, and the ball falls to the ground. And so we streamlined our project managers and started aligning them with our business units so that they could support the project from the beginning to the end.
Every great episode has a sports analogy, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
You've hit the quota for the day. That's awesome. Great analogy. So it's an act of intentionality to find these efficiencies. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they fall in your lap and it's really clear, but sometimes you have to kind of be observant about where these inefficiencies are. And it can be even harder once you spot them to address them with the team, especially if the cause of the inefficiency is people.
Yeah.
How have you done that as you've worked with different teams? What's the right way to go about that?
Yeah. I think this goes back to to be unclear is to be unkind, making sure that you're being explicitly clear on what you want the outcome to be. And sometimes it's also identifying what the problem is. What are you trying to solve? And if your team members are all clear on the problem that you guys are chasing, it'll be a lot easier to create the right key results that you can then divide and conquer on. It really is personal time management with team members is important. Being able to have the right level of focus and the right time to focus, that's going to eliminate some of those inefficiencies across the team.
Yeah, and I've seen some of this in my time here where we go, hey, are we meeting just to meet because we like to hang out with each other? Is there a purpose here? What's the end goal? And even things like processes and systems and documentation, we've gotten really good at that in the past year. We've created this intranet called Ramsey Central. Our team members can go to find things instead of emailing, guessing, wasting a lot of time trying to find a Word document somewhere. They know exactly where to go to find it. Or you as the leader go, oh, that's in Ramsey Central. You can go there.
Yeah.
And you support them in their journey to find it.
Yeah, it's leveraging technology. It's making the information available to, whether it's your team member or your customer, making it available to their fingertips, making it easier for them to access without adding more people to the team or really without bogging down a system in particular. It's just creating the right system or adopting the right system.
So what steps can you take if you found the inefficiency, you've kind of addressed it with the team? What steps can you lay out so that the team starts to see small wins quickly?
Yeah. Effective communication is going to lead to greater efficiency. The time management, personal time management is really important in that. The third thing that I would say is leveraging technology as you can. And the fourth piece of this would be allow your team to have fun along the way. If it's all business all day, all the time, you're probably going to run into some burnout.
Yes. So as you implement maybe a new piece of technology, change can be scary. And so maybe you reward your team for going through the training about the technology and you have a happy hour or whatever,
exactly.
finding ways to incentivize people to make it fun. Nobody wants to sit through a 4-hour training for a software. I know I don't personally.
Right. That's
but
fair.
sometimes you got to do it so that you're confident, you're comfortable using it, and we can all get over the hump of change and become more efficient.
Yeah, exactly. And work on the right things.
And happy hour is important. Let's make that clear.
That's very clear.
That's important around here, at least. Okay, so let's say a leader, they've got 1 hour this week. They say, Kassidy, I'm going to put aside 1 hour to devote to finding these inefficiencies. Where's the best place to start?
Look across your team. Look what your team members are working on and try to find the redundancy or the roadblocks. Where are the bottlenecks? And the better that, the more that you can identify where your roadblocks are or where your inefficiencies are, you can then start to peel back the layers to understand, why is this inefficient? Do I have multiple people working on the same thing? Is one person waiting for something else? Are we using 18 random spreadsheets when we could adopt one piece of software or technology that could create efficiency for us?
Yeah, that's good. So a lot of people are going, hey, I'm in Microsoft, we're in Google, I'm in Evernote, I've got this over here. The team's all using different things, and it can slow things down.
Yes, bad communication and communication that exists in multiple places that you're asking people to go multiple places to find is completely inefficient.